I just wanted to talk about this new book that my mom decided to read. Okay, I had not even heard of this book until we go to my aunt's house one day for like a cookout thing. And my aunt's all like, have you read 50 Shades of Grey yet? My mom's like, no, I haven't, but I've really been wanting to. And my aunt's like, I have it. You can borrow it if you want. And I'm like, what's it about? They're like, you just can't know. Nothing. It's about nothing. It's just a love story. So now my mom starts reading it, and I'm like, hey, Mom, what's that about? You will never read this. You will not read this for a long, long, long time. Just want to know what it's about. Okay. So then I get on, like, the internet, and I'm like, what is 50 Shades of Grey about? And it goes to this, like, site. It goes to a site, and it's telling me this whole thing about Christian, and this other girl, and blah, 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 and sex, and I'm like, my mom reads that? My mom reads that. Because it's called mommy porn. My mom reads that? That's just weird. I don't think my mom should read that. I just find it weird that my mom reads that. Like, why? Then we go to my aunt's again the other day. And she took the book back to my aunt, and she's like, she's read all three of them, by the way. But she took the book back to my aunt, and she's like, here's your book. It was great. I'm in love with a fictional character. Blah, 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 blah. It's really about romance and blah, blah, blah. And I loved it so much. And she tells her friends about this book all the time. And I'm always there, and they're always talking about it. Like, it's so weird how they like that. Like, most of her friends are like, I just find it a little weird to read. It's a little too graphic for me. I'd rather not read that. My mom's like, really? I loved it. It's so amazing. And then my aunt gave it to my grandma to read. And my mom's like, you're going to read that? I just don't see you reading that. Might be careful. You might get a little hot or something like that. Like, she's just, like, talking about it. She's like, it's a little graphic. You might not want to read it. And I'm like, trust me. If you can read it, she can read it. Okay. But I'm just like, that is so sick. Why would you read it? Like, it beats me. I will never read that book. And me and my friends have talked about this. Like, their mom reads it too, and we all agree. They're like, why? It just seems like the weirdest freaking book ever to read. And who wrote it? Like, who would write a book about that? About, like, sex with chains and ropes and majiggers. Who would read that?